a brilliant, talented people that we are, we have been denied a definition. So individually, we're asking ourselves, who am I? What do I want to be called? How am I connected with this and that? What does
Yeah.
it mean to be a Black American? We have to be grounded in our identity and overcoming people destined to achieve and inspire.
Episode 187. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Every.Black 90 Day Wins Entrepreneur of Excellence series. I'm your host, Coach SandyB, and I have another extraordinary guest, Miss Addi Banks. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much, Sandy B, for this opportunity to share.
Well, I have been looking forward to talk with you. So before we get started with my questions, can you just let everyone know a little bit about you and then we will get started?
Wonderful. I am a retiree. And if you know about busy retirees, the golden years are busier than some of those productive years. And so I have bitten off a passion that I call learning Black American history.
Excited to hear more about this passion. What inspired you to start this? Like you said, you are retired. Why have you chosen to dedicate this season of your life to teaching Black American history through multiple platforms? Please tell me.
Am delighted to share. When you are involved in the community, when
Mhm.
you have done so many projects and participated in uh, initiatives to uplift our people,
Mhm.
you find that there are some deficits. When I realized that, beginning with me, my
Yeah.
real knowledge of Black American history was very limited. I was not a fan of history in school because then it was learning and regurgitating facts.
Yes.
But I have come to understand the value, the true value of knowing who we are. It is a truth that can change lives because, just like the Bible, when you have some truths before you, then you know how to negotiate the paths,
Yes.
understand more clearly. And if I could just take a minute to quote
Please.
Carter
Yes.
G. Woodson, the father of
Yes.
Black history, those who have no record of what their
Mm.
forebears have accomplished lose the inspiration which comes from the teaching of biography and history. And that's what this is about, inspiration. We need that push on those days when you wake up and say, why?
Yeah.
Then you know that you're not alone. What else is you've never been alone? When I started learning the overcoming, I mean,
Yeah.
shown up overcoming through slavery and
Yeah.
Civil War and after and up into yesterday, then I want to quote one more. Marcus Garvey. He said,
Yeah.
a people without knowledge of their past history,
Yeah.
origin, and culture is like a tree without roots. Then he went on to say, if we as a people realize the greatness from which we come, we would be
Yes.
less likely to disrespect ourselves. I'm having a hallelujah moment in trying to share thousands of wonderful overcoming stories that we all need to know.
Yes. I am inspired by you because, like you, I always had a disdain for history, but it was because I was taught by the football coach, frankly. I mean, that's where I went to school. My mom moved from Brooklyn, New York to Chautauqua, Pennsylvania. And then we moved to a little town called Whitehall, Pennsylvania, where it just so happened that our football coach was my history teacher. And him and I, like, I looked at him, he looked at me, and we decided very early on we didn't care for each other. And
Oh,
so literally, like, I would roll my eyes when I had to go into his class because it was just like what you said. It wasn't any substance to it. It was like, remember this date, you need to learn it. And it was like a blurb about Black history. So I didn't see myself in this history. I didn't relate to it at all. It was my least favorite class
mm,
until, until I went to a historically Black college. Until, and I knew that was important. I'm so grateful to be talking to you at this time, Miss Addie, because what you are doing, the charge you are taking to help educate us about our history, I think this is priceless information. Because when I take the time to learn about things, to learn about our history, I mean, it is fascinating. And it's like a hunger that can't be quenched, right? Because it's like, we did this and we were able to accomplish this. And they didn't even have all of the things that I have now. When I think about, you gave a quote by Marcus Garvey, some of the things he was able to do in the 1920s. My goodness. My grandma was born in 1929. So it's just like, that's within reach for me, right? Like I can comprehend that. It's like he sold out Madison Square Garden? My goodness. So
and
it's like, it's a whole new
when you think
world.
when you think about that, what he was able to accomplish,
Yes.
multiply that times 1,000. And if we don't know these stories, then we
Yeah.
buy into the myths about what Black people accomplished in America. I saw something on YouTube. I had to clip
Yeah.
it. It says, when you know your own history, nobody can fool you.
Mhm.
And that is what has
That's
happened.
it.
We It's the
We've been
suppression
fooled. Yeah.
of our wonderful history
Yeah.
that defines us and has helped us to become who you are today.
Yes, ma'am.
We are told that it's because your parents were good and instilled this and that in you. What it is legacy. We stand on the promises of
Yes.
those
Yes.
people who accomplished it first, second, and 100th, because
Hmm.
within our DNA is their DNA. So if
Yeah.
we're interested in uplifting, gather the children and start introducing them to their
Mm.
family of educators, their family of inventors, their family of civil rights leaders, their
Wow.
family of educators and innovators. When you
Yes.
learn that while Orville and his brother were at Kitty Hawk, there was a Black
Yes.
man who had already invented an airplane. I have histories of many Black men and women who received patents before 1900.
Wow.
Innovation, medicine. I have stories about a man who changed lives in medicine with a high school diploma,
Wow.
but he went on to teach at John Hopkins. But we never let circumstances deter us. Oh my goodness.
See, that is the word that we need to hear now more than ever. So talk to me about some of the challenges in getting this word out because as entrepreneurs that have such impactful work to do, there are challenges and obstacles that you definitely face. So talk to me about those and how you are still able to move forward with the things you want to accomplish.
I thank you for that opportunity because this interview is going to be little different from some of the others that you have done.
Yes. Yes.
Talking about what I have accomplished. This
Yes.
interview is going to share with you my next 90-day challenge
Yay.
because I am challenged to get this history taught. We are
Yes.
told that, and we've heard it. Uh,
Mhm.
Everybody needs to know our history. Our history is important, and it needs
Mhm.
to be taught more.
Yeah.
But I have to ask the question, who is making the effort to learn it? More than just on a surface level.
Yeah.
Do you really want to know your history? If so, do you value that history enough to take baby steps to learn and teach our children?
Yeah.
I started No Black History podcast in 2019
Yes.
and on Patreon.
Mhm.
And I I built an extraordinary product. They say that if you build a better mousetrap, oh, the world would find it. If you build it, they will come. Well,
Yes.
I built it and they
You're
didn't
so
come. So when I began,
yeah.
I was posting pictures and
Mhm.
history and videos 6 days a week. So there are
Mm.
well over 2,300 posts, videos, and pictures.
Okay.
There are I've covered clearly over 50 topics.
Wow.
So if someone wanted to know what is the history of some of the history of early blacks in business,
Yeah.
the history of blacks in every state,
Wow.
the entertainment history, sports history, government history, the first lawyers
Mhm.
in black lawyers in every state, um, the history of sundown towns in every
Mhm.
state,
That's very
lynching
important.
in every state, and everything in between. Then I said, okay, you present this, you make it available, and
Mhm.
I've done the research. All you have to do is open the can, open the door, open the
Correct.
book.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
there.
Yes. Yes.
And I said, "Well, how do I do this?" Well, I told the people I knew,
Mhm.
and said, "Friends and family, if you like it, tell others."
Yes.
I did some work on social media, to
Mhm.
my limited ability. I tried to
Yeah.
do some networking. I tried to reach out to schools and organizations and churches. I did some campaigns, I
Mm.
stuff up at the library or do a little short promo.
Yeah.
And I have two YouTube history
Okay.
channels. So
Yes.
I try to also point videos to know Black history. I did that and still did not really get results. So then
Okay.
I said, "Well, this is the modern age. I may need to
Yes.
re-examine the product. Maybe
Okay.
there's nothing wrong with the product, but maybe, the way the product is being presented,
Okay.
let's step into the decade kind of thinking."
Okay.
So I looked at what was out there, and did an assessment, but at the same time,
Mhm.
I wasn't really getting, answers.
Okay.
So the conundrum is, if it's something that we feel is important, if it's something that if people have access to it,
Mhm.
then they will appreciate it, then what is the door opener? So that's the challenge.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I believe that this is a charge for us because this is so important. And like you said, this interview is a bit different from the others because you, I believe, are giving us a call to action where we all can get involved. I mean, naturally, this is the Every.Black Entrepreneur of Excellence series. And if you aren't an entrepreneur of excellence, I don't know who is, right? So I want to take advantage because it seems to me as if you are encouraging me to be able to share this because it's so important. And I like the fact that I will be able to partner with you to help get this message out. But then also, I will be educating myself because, like you, I care about making sure that my daughter, my 19-year-old daughter, understands some things. We've been having lots of conversation about sundown towns, right? So you've got me excited to go get to that episode, to go have conversation because in the news, they're talking about people, these truck drivers driving through North Carolina and driving through Georgia and the concern we must have. And you are absolutely right, Miss Addie. If we don't know the history of that, there's a story that I heard recently where a young man was driving trucks and he stopped in a sundown town. He was unaware of what was occurring. He's calling his dispatch. The lady at the gas station where he was told him he needed to come inside. And so she was very forceful about it, but he didn't know. He didn't know the history. So he got back in his car and he's talking to dispatch. Well, guess what? A policeman pulls up. And so he wants to be upset. Thank goodness it was a policeman who is Black who told him to come with him and be with him overnight. So while his people were coming, and the young man initially was upset, but when the policeman explained to him that no, this shopkeeper did you a favor. She's aware of what occurs in this town. So, to your point, if we're not educated about these things and we are moving around oblivious of the history, we are doing ourselves a disservice. We are doing our children a disservice. We're doing our community a disservice by not understanding this. So, we got some work to do.
Let
You've
me
laid
comment.
the ground for
I've
us.
I've
Now it's for us
girl,
to
chop it down. But, thank you for sharing that because so many people think that history is history. No,
Yeah.
history is today.
Yes, ma'am.
Uh, what you have just shared, I've done a lot of research and have, videos and post
Yeah.
on the Green Book
Yes,
that
ma'am.
was written specifically to help Black people negotiate travel during
Wow.
Jim Crow.
Yes.
We want to think that that was then and this is now.
Yeah.
This morning, while doing a research on
Mhm.
sundown towns in Wisconsin, I got the names of the sundown towns that were established right after the Civil War,
Okay.
but there was an article about there are some towns in Wisconsin that still are not safe for Black people to drive through. So, my whole, uh, supposition that,
Yeah.
yes, learn the history because it's good to know, but learn the history because it might help you negotiate your today.
Whew, you think? I am so I love being a part of Every.Black, you know that. I
Mhm.
love asking this question of each guest. So
Okay.
talk to me about why you are a member, why it's a important community that you are a part of.
I have been a part of this community for many years. Jimmy
Yes.
Davies, the founder,
Yes.
approached me in a meeting uh, where I was sharing my work on
Mhm.
Black American history.
Yes.
And he said, would you like to do a radio show uh, about Black history? I said,
Yeah.
wow. And from that invitation,
Yeah.
I was able to do tremendous research on early Black businesses. We
Nice.
went right into slavery and
Mhm.
learned so many wonderful things like the barber of Natchez,
Barbara
where
Natchez.
he was so prosperous as a barber,
Yeah.
and many of our people took professions that they were able to work.
Mhm.
Then they accumulated enough money
Yeah.
to buy real estate, to invest in the community.
Yes.
The barber of Natchez ended up loaning the governor of the state money,
Wow.
the man who had emancipated him. Know who we are and how we are. So
My goodness.
that I'm getting around to answering the question. So as an opportunity to learn the history became a catalyst for me to share the history, particularly
Yes.
business history. When we look at 1900 and the National Negro Business League that I have
Mhm.
videos and many posts about, then
Yes.
we learn about former slaves who had become millionaires. One of the ones in particular, fella, this fella here, Jonas George Groves, born a slave.
Yeah.
He purchased land in Kansas.
Mhm.
He had a 700-acre farm. He grew so much produce
Mhm.
that they had to put a railroad stint next to his property because he produced so much
Wow.
vegetables and fruits.
Your passion should already be paying you. If you're tired of watching the months roll by without the progress you know you're capable of, it's time to make a move. The Win Collective is where you stop thinking about your goals and start executing. Daily guidance, real accountability, and a community that refuses to let you play small. This is where ideas turn into income and consistency becomes your new normal. If you want this year to look different, you can't keep doing the same things. Join the Win Collective today and start monetizing your passion right now. Don't wait. Your next win won't happen without you. So if you're feeling the pull to reignite your passion and finally monetize what you love, you're not alone, my friends. That's exactly why I built the Win Collective on School. It's my private community where you will take action and we'll do it together. It's free to join and it's where the real connection and accountability happens. Join today.
They had to install this rail right on his property because he was sending produce to America, Canada, and Mexico. He was announced
Yeah.
the potato king of the world in 1902.
My goodness.
If you want to know the probably 200 stories of former slaves
Hmm.
who became wealthy, it's in that National Negro Business League material. That's who we are, people. So I appreciate being a member of Every.Black
Yeah.
because it opened the door. It cracked the door for me to begin this journey that has enlightened me. And I said, and just like with the good news, when you get the good news,
Yeah.
you want to share it. You want to run through the street saying, "Did you know about him? Did you know what he did?" You
Well, see,
know?
this is it. Wow. Because it is good news. I mean, this is so hopeful because we would allow our minds to believe that we didn't have anything, we didn't do anything, we didn't achieve things. I mean, 1900s?
Early 1900.
My goodness. Like that is so encouraging and inspiring. And I like how you framed it for me because you really made me feel proximity to the people that have gone before us, right? Those are that's my bloodline. Those it's bigger,
Yes,
like we're thinking
yes,
ancestors and it's like, like these people far, far away that, did these things like so long ago. But I mean, it makes it real. Like, wow. It's like the audacity to believe that you could do these things and be excellent at it.
yes. I found I can't take credit for it, but I found a
Yeah.
reference to why history taught this way. History heals. It says,
Mm.
knowing lived truths rather than learning historical events from textbooks shapes the culture of a people. It inspires by learning their voices, their emotions, their philosophies. And I want to add that is authentic history.
Wow.
And
How amazing.
as you say, it gets personal. It gets
Yes.
personal. Let me tell I'm not gonna belabor, but let me tell
No,
you that
please tell
in
me.
in our families and in our communities,
Yeah.
that's why I encourage people, learn your state history, meet some of
Mhm.
those people who laid the groundwork.
Yes.
I began at a segregated school named Joe Toller School.
Mhm.
And Joe Toller, I just put a video out about him earlier this year.
Okay.
Joe Toller did not go to school, but
Okay.
he was ambitious and smart. In the little rural area, Granville County, North Carolina,
Uh-huh.
Joe Toller was able to acquire some land. He acquired enough land to have a major farming operation, second to none. He had sawmills. He had
Wow.
an electric plant. He had lumber. He had tractors, but horses and cattle. He even had trained animals, rats and turkeys, that were instrumental in the production on his farm. He couldn't read or write, but he could do tremendous math.
Wow.
No one even knows his name
My
outside of that
goodness.
small community. But when I
Yeah.
shared that video, I presented to the world. Yeah, you know
Uh-huh.
Martin Luther King, but do you know Joe Tola?
That's good. That is so exciting. And I'm really encouraged. You got me fired up because I have this platform and it has to be used to do more than just what I'm doing. And I'm doing some good work, but there's so much more I desire to do. And linking up with the members of this Every.Black community has been such a blessing for me, Miss Addie, because I had a prayer this year specifically. I wanted to open myself up and to be willing to receive and really seeking God and asking Him to show me in a deeper way what I need to learn, who I need to be with. So imagine being here now, looking at the communities that I'm connected to, the people that I'm connected to, and literally I'm getting poured into in a way that's so unique, that is bigger than me because it's like you said, it's good news. I can't keep this to myself. I cannot keep this connection of people that I'm able to be a part of by being with this organization and talking to people like you that are doing the work, that are fired up. You ain't concerned about all this stuff going on because you know who we are. You know whose we are. You know what we've been through. I mean, just hearing these stories of what people have been able to do with so little. Look at how much we have. Look at how much we have, Miss Addie. They had so little, but they were determined. They were driven. They believed. They had more than that mustard seed faith, you know? So it's like, how could I not use the little that I have to help get this message out for that farmer who's struggling right now, right? Who doesn't even know about this gentleman and the work he was able to do. That's why I feel like this is such an exciting time because we can come together in our communities and do the work. So I'm committed to help you. When I think about you've set a 90-day goal, right? To reach 100 new subscribers. And this is on Patreon, right? We
Yes.
can do this. We can do this. So I'm
Thank
asking you, I think I know what the answer is, but I'm going to ask you anyway, out of respect of me putting together these questions. Why is this goal important to you right now, Miss Addie? And how can listeners support your mission to make learning Black history accessible to more people?
being able to produce.
Okay.
And I am a long time social worker and
Wow.
nonprofit founder. I'm a
Yes.
giver. But
Yes.
you know what I learned about being a nonprofit founder is that
Hmm.
it is also a business,
Yes, ma'am.
that you need resources to be
Hmm.
productive.
Yes.
And we can't create in isolation.
Hmm.
That's why networking is important. That's why
Yes.
what you do is important
Yeah.
because it is that connection. The people I have mentioned who achieved had an American dream. And after they achieved, they were able to give back. and
Mm.
give back in abundance because that's in our DNA as well.
Yes, abundance is our birthright. Yes, ma'am.
So I welcome team members. You know, I I read in my Bible
Uh-huh.
that we are a people who were not a people,
Mm.
placed in this place with a purpose. And when we understand our purpose, and when we come together in our purpose, then we can go as far as God leads us to go.
I love it.
It has been uh sinister that a brilliant, talented people that
Mhm.
we have been denied a definition. So individually, we're asking ourselves, who am I?
Mm.
What do I want to be called? How am I connected with this and that? What does
Yeah,
it mean to be a Black American?
yeah.
We have to be grounded in our identity, a an overcoming people
Mhm.
destined to achieve and inspire.
Yes. Ooh, that is powerful. And I am grateful for this time because I don't believe anything happens by chance. And
No.
I think that with the support of this community, and you've already, like I said, you have all the materials. It's now time for the people to take advantage of what's available now more than ever. So, this 100 subscriber goal, we can definitely meet that. We can
Oh,
definitely meet
wonderful.
that. And that's by us going on Patreon, right? And subscribing, right?
Yeah.
So I'll make sure that the link is in the show notes, definitely.
Let me mention also, it is a
Yes,
$5 per month membership,
yes, yes, ma'am.
and, and I
That's
think
less
it's
than a coffee. Come on, Miss Addie. That's less than a coffee. We should be able to get a whole year subscription, right? I mean, $5.
a
This
month.
is something that we can use to say, and there have been a lot of opportunities here on this show that I've been able to say, okay, so how can we do different? This sounds like something like I can give a gift subscription to
Yes,
a nephew, right? To a
yes.
niece, to the young people so they can learn about these different things, to that new entrepreneur that's starting out, right? I mean, this is a great way. $5 a month, we can afford this. If we can afford these expensive phones, right? If we can afford those new latest, and I just turned 50, so I think I'm a woman of a certain age, so I can say some things, Miss Addie. But if we can afford all these other frivolous things that, have no value to us, $5, that's doable. So if you would allow me, I need to let everyone, that means everyone on my social medias know about this. I'm making sure I share the links. I'm telling people on TikTok because we are searching and we don't have to search very far because you've already laid the groundwork. We know people are signing up for all sorts of subscriptions. This one is not only affordable, but this might be the best, what, $60 you could spend on yourself and your family. So this is something that we can easily do together. So I
I
am here to help you on your 90-day wins, my friend. And I think we can get this double this number easily.
wow,
Why
thank
not?
you.
So it's for me to make sure I get the word out, talk to all my other podcasting friends, and I can tell you, people are going to be reaching out because they want to talk to you. So as long as you are available, we're going to make it happen because guys, we got to stop talking about we want to learn this is an opportunity. This is very affordable for us to learn because these stories alone, Miss Addie, and the time you've taken to research this and pull this all together, I mean, this you're giving us a gift. This is a gift to us. This is a gift to our community. We can complain about what's going wrong or we can do our little part. I mean, I'm about to tag everyone because you never know who may say, you know what? I need to learn about this. We got to be about our business. I can't tell other people to go out there and get their goals and do their things, and I can help my own people achieve theirs. It is already done. As I like to say, we are making this happen. And I must tell you, you have to come back. I know this is a part of Every.Black series, but yeah, you have to come back. And I think I want to talk to you about, I'm going to go do my homework and do my studying and go in to see all the different things you have available on Patreon. But I think I want to start with talking about entrepreneurs like you shared, like there are so many people we don't know, like even with Every.Black, we talk about Fuller, we talk about Dr. Dudley. There's so many people we can learn about, right? So we're doing our
Yes,
part.
yes,
We are
hundreds.
doing our part. And see, that's exciting because we have a treasure chest of history that literally we just need to open up. And now we can do it electronically. We don't have to go sit in the library. You already did it for us. I mean, think about it. It's like, you know, you can learn from other people. I love to learn from other people and know
Uh-huh.
that you are giving me the cheat codes, right? You were giving me the cliff notes. You were giving me the roadmap so I don't have to go down the rabbit hole that maybe you went to. So you're saying, Sandra, here's the information that you need very succinctly. You don't have to go look at all these places. And we know a lot of places information has been taken down, right? Information
Mhm.
has been moved away. And so we want to hold on to these things. We want to know that we know. I think about our ancestors, things that maybe they didn't have written down, but they knew in their heart, right? You know how we, as believers, we hide the word in our heart. So I want these stories to be hidden in my mind. I want them to be
Yes.
hidden in my heart. So when I'm going through a rough time, I can remember Dr. Dudley talks about the challenges he went through, right? As I'm reading his book, I'm inspired by that. I can be inspired by Carter G. Woodson, right? I can be inspired about these real life people that have walked this earth that didn't have all the resources I have. So can you tell I'm super excited?
Yes, I'm excited
I'm
too.
super
But
excited.
that's what the good news does. That's why it's good news, because it makes
Yes.
a change. A change will come.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. And if there's
Mhm.
ever a time, Miss Addie, we need to hear this. This is why I tell my friends, I mean, the people that are listening to this, and let me tell you, these downloads are increasing. So the reach is getting greater. The people that are listening to this, they are hearing me say over and over again, Monday nights, I am in that mastermind meeting. And if I'm not, I'm literally vexed, Miss Addie, because I know it's like, what am I missing? What are they talking about? What are we learning tonight? The energy and the vibe, knowing that you can ask a question, whether it's AI, whether it's Canva, whether it's Google, like the wealth of knowledge that comes together on these Monday nights. And let me tell you, 40 or 50 people on a Monday night at 8 p.m., my friend. You are committed. You are focused. You are determined. The people that come into these meetings, they're about their business, but they're also, Miss Addie, like you, they have a heart for service. They have a heart for their community. So it's bigger than them just achieving their goals. They want to
Yeah.
use their services. They want to use their skills to help others win. I mean, why would you not want to be around these people?
Let me just you've inspired something that you may already know,
Uh-huh.
that we are a people with a culture
Hmm.
that is foundational. You are aware of people calling you sister.
Yes.
You may be have called a stranger brother.
Yes.
At my age, people call me mother that I don't
Yes.
know,
Yes.
auntie.
Yes.
What we need to understand is that we are a people. And so by sharing in masterminds and sharing in our network, it
Yeah.
is directly related to the history of our ancestors on slave ships
Mm.
who did not know each other from different tribes speaking different languages, but they bonded as family.
Wow.
They bonded as a familiar group
Mm.
that says, "You're my new tribe." So if I meet somebody in Florida
Yeah.
who is Black,
Yes.
then you're my cousin. Then I'm comfortable. And this is our culture. In our culture,
Mhm.
we're called fictive kin.
Mm.
So when we understand that,
Yeah.
it is directly from a history of survival by
Wow.
coming together on the plantations,
Yeah.
in the slave quarters. They had to survive by bonding, taking care of each other's children, fixing communal meals,
Yeah.
sharing. That's who we are. And
Hmm.
that's why we do as we do today. Learn the
Yeah.
history.
It's so powerful. I mean, it makes me want to sit up.
Yeah,
Like it just
yes,
brings that like I it's a certain level of respect that I must have for myself because of my history. It's
yes,
powerful, powerful, powerful.
yeah.
And that I could appreciate and understand why there's a fire to teach it. There's a fire to share it. Like you know that I am
Mm.
somebody. Whew.
And let me show you how I know it. See, it's one thing to say the words, but then
Yes.
when you have the shared history of
Mm.
because of what he did, because of what
Yes.
she did, because of what
Whew.
they did, I am, I am, I am rooted in that behavior. That's my
Yeah.
identity. And
Oof.
don't you know it is so powerful that people who understand this have a purpose in keeping you ignorant.
Yes, ma'am. If we could comprehend that, because I can tell you, it has been hard for me to wrap my mind around. When I think about my upbringing, right? So my both sides of my family being from South America, right? My both sides of my family are from Guyana. My mom, my dad, my grandmother moved to the United States and landed in Brooklyn, New York. My grandmother, she worked, did what she needed to do. I have pictures of my dad on the World Trade Center, welding. So in my mind, I have my husband working in Florida. So there are specific like landmarks that I can touch and say, my family is the fabric. My uncle, God rest his soul, worked with New York, New Jersey Transit, right? My aunt. So there are specific places in the Northeast that I can physically touch. My mom worked for the MTA. I can physically touch and have a connection to it because literally my family helped build this city. But I'm clear that there's so much more that I desire to learn. There's so much more of this family that I have, Miss Addie, that you have clearly identified my family members that I need to go learn because I'm even more inspired now to understand how they were able to walk this land that we're currently on, right? To walk this land and go through some amazing trials that I still honestly can't comprehend. That's why I need more of the history because it just seems unreal. I've only been here 50 years. It seems so unreal to me that within my lifespan, so many things we've been able to overcome, but still, we still need to overcome so much. But the confidence in knowing for sure that we will comes from understanding that history. And if I needed some clarity today, you've provided that for me in really appreciating beyond those relatives that I know, right? That were in the Northeast. These relatives, my relatives, your relatives span this whole United States. And that to me is very powerful and empowering to us if we choose to allow it to be. So we've got to do our
Absolutely.
homework.
Yes. Absolutely.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so much
you. Thank
for
you.
this powerful, impactful conversation to me. I feel like I am talking to the listeners too. But this was so good for me to feel that sense of empowerment, to feel like we have already overcome this. We have
When
already
someone's
overcome this.
when someone says history heals, those are 2 words. But when you experience the healing, then like my grandma used to say, "I know
Mm.
what I know."
Yes. And it's something about that knowing that cannot be taken away from you.
It's internal.
Ooh.
I know what I know.
Mm, mm, mm.
It belongs to me.
Ooh. It's
Yes,
running through
yes.
my veins. It's running through my veins. Ooh. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. You said it, and it was correct because this is a unique episode. I've talked to some amazing people and I've asked them some amazing questions, but yeah, this is one that will be eye opening for many and
Oh,
healing for others because I've been on this journey this year of seeking, right? And asking and looking for myself. My grandma would always tell me, you've got to have your own relationship with your heavenly father. And so in understanding that and asking God to reveal to me, man, he's just showing me some just next level thinking and understanding. And it's like, you're getting what you need because this is what you need. You talked about it, that foundation, right? That foundation to go further because you desire to go further. But I have to make sure, child, you are shored up. You are shored up so you can handle where you desire to go. My
true.
husband has been telling me this year I'm in good hands, and I believe it. I believe it. And we all are
Know
because
it.
we are connected to people like you. So anyone who's listening, Miss Addie explained why this Every.Black community is so unique because it's filled with people who say yes. All those years ago, you said yes for a radio show, and it has transformed into this amazing opportunity where you are literally helping so many people heal by knowing their history.
Yes.
And that is priceless. So $5 to join Patreon, you can easily afford that, my friends. We can easily afford that. So we got a goal, and I know we will achieve it. And I know it'll be sooner than possible than we even imagine if I have anything to do about it, because I'm a goal getter, Miss Addy. I
Thank
like to
you.
achieve goals. I like the just the opportunity to challenge myself in this way. And to me, this is an easy win, honestly. We just have to
Thank
get the word out. And I have multiple places where I can do just that.
Okay, thank you. We'll work together.
Yes, definitely. I want to be a part of helping you get this word out because it is so impactful. I'm so
Thank you, my
excited to go
love.
listen to your Patreon. Definitely. Definitely.
Okay,
So thank you
absolutely.
again.
Thank you, my love.
And I already told you, you have to come back. So until next time.
Okay. Let me know when.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow. That was a powerful conversation. I hope you're feeling inspired and ready to take action toward your 90-day wins. If today's episode gave you a new perspective or an extra push to go after your goals, I want to hear from you. Let's keep the conversation going. Share this episode on your socials and tag me at 90 Day Wins. I'd love to know your biggest takeaways. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, do me a favor. Leave a 5-star review and a comment. Your support helps more goal getters like you find this podcast and stay motivated on their journey. Remember, every day is a chance to win. Let's make it count. See you next time on the 90 Day Wins podcast.
Every 90 days, I'm just counting my wins. I know I'm good, but I'm better with them. And I keep a lot of herbal in my childhood, let it drip in the wind.